Yo, that thumbnail was crazy, and the title too, right? I had to reel you in because I wanted to give you this amazing information we got here at How to Rap. I'm your host, Drew Morrissey. In this video, we're gonna give you a 5-step process to explode your music career in 2020, but we're gonna use this crazy news story going around all about the coronavirus outbreak. Now, before we begin to give you that reel, be sure to be subscribed to this channel with notifications because we drop weekly videos on everything related to learning how to rap, and we're doing an amazing discount right now on our full service from starter to charter coaching program. In fact, 50% off, where we'll show you how to go from never having recorded a rap song all the way to starting your own record label, all for less than the price of a video game just this week, which you can get by visiting the video description box below. So sit back, relax, and let Dr. Drew give you the 5-step process to getting your music popping this year in the middle of a virus outbreak. Step 1 is always be prepared for something to go wrong in your music career and in life. If there's one thing we've learned from this crazy epidemic is that not only you and I on an individual level aren't always prepared for what could come up in life, but our country's governments aren't either. When it comes to your rap career, I suggest that you get prepared always for something going wrong by writing 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, every single day ideally, not only for sharpening your own skills, but also in case you're launched into unexpected stardom and you really do become that overnight celebrity. And much like a country's government having to suddenly reallocate resources to cover a viral epidemic, you want to make sure that you are prepared with your mental creative resources for this newfound fame and this unexpected success. Think about it. How many rappers have you seen that get a massive hit and don't have either the writing skills or the emotional stability in advance to handle the fame and fortune? A lot of the reason people become one-hit wonders is because they haven't prepared from a creative side, a business side, etc., to handle the unexpected fame, the unexpected responsibilities and resources needed to be a big star. That could be on the emotional side, that could be on the professional side, but the main point here is that I want you to prepare in 2020 from a creative aspect, from getting your business up, watching channels like this, and learning about all the things you need to be a dope rapper so that if you have an unexpected thing go wrong, much like this virus outbreak, you are prepared. Step 2 is things go viral by person-to-person contact. Just like we have seen this global outbreak explode, not just by one person infecting everybody else, but by one person handing off the sickness to another and another, your music career is gonna go viral by you working fan to fan and getting one fan to infect another fan and they infect their group of fans, right? So you see the little analogy we do here. This is something I see rappers messing up way too often. The cliche of the struggle rapper who's just spamming people, you know, check my song, check my song, check my song in the comments, on their timeline, things like that. It's a little bit like a person with the coronavirus going out to the middle of the woods, coughing and just expecting to infect all these people when there's nobody around. If you want your fans to get infected by your sickness as an artist, you need to be in close contact with them. You need to be doing one-on-one, more like a politician, right? It's an election year, you know, shaking hands on the campaign trail, getting into their DMs, contacting them directly. Like, why aren't you DMing every single person that does follow you? Not necessarily worrying about, oh, I don't have 10,000 followers or whatever. You should follow every single person that is following you and infecting them with direct contact one-on-one. Step 3, don't trust everything you read online. Another common frustration I see is that a lot of beginning artists are following other artists in their hood or online who are already successful and get very frustrated because they feel like, damn, they're living the life, they traveling, they really doing it big while I'm still stuck here in my mom's basement. Much like me, where I live in Los Angeles and like we're supposedly in a state of emergency and my family members are calling me and thinking because they see it online, that means necessarily that's real life. Look, everything that glitters ain't gold and everything you read online ain't true. So don't get discouraged in 2020 by seeing your perceived competition and how they're flexing about how successful they are, just like the news needs to get clicks on their website, so they'll blow everything out of proportion to get attention and views. That rapper that you think is blowing you out of the water and you know you'll never get to their level, or just comparing yourself, like they're doing the same thing. They're trying to get clicks and views, so they're giving a perception of higher success than they probably really already have. You need to focus on what is in your control control on the ground level, much like I hope that the governments are focused on what's going on in their countries as opposed to what they're seeing on CNN. So I want you to stay motivated in 2020 by not comparing yourself, not reading every single thing that the competitive rapper is flexing on, and focus on what's in your control. Step 4 is lock yourself into the lab and create a classic this summer. Whereas most people's travel and just overall work life has been completely thrown out of balance due to this outbreak, this is actually a perfect opportunity for you to lock yourself in the lab. Like, whether or not you got this thing, self-quarantine yourself into the studio or in your home, wherever you're recording, and use this as an opportunity to just get nice with it. Of all the times that you've had an excuse to stay in your house and not hang out with friends and not procrastinate, like, this is the best one, because a lot of us this year may just have to be stuck inside. So what else you gonna do as a musician other than stay inside and record classics? So what I would suggest is lean on this opportunity to not travel and move around, but work on your craft and then come into fall 2020 with the skills, the confidence, and the resume to be a great artist. While most people will either just be using this time to mess around and just chill because they can't go outside, you will be staying inside and staying healthy while getting sick. You see what I did there? And step 5 is Father Time is undefeated. At the current time of this video, most of the people that are getting infected and are actually being hurt by this thing are much older, and I guarantee the one thing they wish is that they had time on their side and a little bit of youth, because that will probably make things a lot less dangerous for them during this. You as an artist should use this as a reminder that ultimately time is all you have to invest in your success, and often the best artists are simply the ones who respect their daddy. And who is everybody's real daddy, other than God, of course? Our daddy is Father Time. So respect your father and actually put in the time to get good at this stuff, so that when it's time to go viral, you're prepared and will become the sickest of them all. Now, with all these lessons, I want to know in the comments, what is your plan for music in spring and summer 2020? As I said, we don't know how long this thing is going to be. I figured it's a great opportunity to use the news in order to describe ways for you to take advantage of 2020. It's a whole new decade. So I want to see you in the comments with what your current plan is. Maybe throw in a little bit of the steps. We try to read every comment. We try to respond to every comment. And of course, be sure to check out that one-time deal we got going on, where our course, our major best-selling course, is half off. It's less than the price of any video game and a lot of the skins we be copping on Fortnite and things like that. So go check that out in the video description box below. I appreciate you watching. It's the big homie Drew. Stay healthy out there, y'all. Peace.